Hi there, I am Amifia Komiabuti, the current national WUCOM of NUGS-CHINA. January marks the beginning of the new year, but it also doubles as the Cervical Cancer Awareness Month. So from the Office of the NUGS-CHINA Women's Commission, in collaboration with two medical doctors, we present this well-organized video to educate you about the disease, the significance of routine screening, and hopefully encourage you to get vaccinated if you can.
Hello, my name is Lav and I'll be sharing something little on cervical cancer. What is cancer? Cancer is a disease in which the cells in the body grow out of control. Therefore, we can say cervical cancer is when this out of control growth of cells occurs in the cervix. The cervix connects the vagina, that is the birth canal, to the upper part of the uterus. The uterus, also known as the womb, is basically where a baby grows normally during pregnancy.
Hello guys, my name is Mary and today I'll be collaborating with NUGS WOCOMs. It's all about cervical cancer and it affects a lot of females all over the world. It could affect me, it could affect you, it could affect your girlfriend, your mother, or just any lady you know around. And now I'll be talking about the risk factors. But before, what is a risk factor? A risk factor is anything that increases the chance of developing a disease. And risk factors may not directly cause a cancer, but they could influence the development of a cancer. And some of the risk factors are HPV, which is the human papilloma virus. It usually occurs in sexually active people, and it affects people that have sex at an early age, like maybe 15 years or in the teenagers. That's just what I would say. And then it also affects people that have many sexual partners. Guys, take care of yourselves. And the next risk factor is immune system deficiency. Having a low immune system could cause one to be prone to developing or getting infected with illnesses and diseases and cancers, and cervical cancer is no exception. People that have a lower immune system are unable to fight diseases and so many other sicknesses. Another risk factor which causes cervical cancer is socioeconomic factors. Now, people that are less likely to be screened for cervical cancer are at a very high risk of developing cervical cancer. It generally really affects people that are of Hispanic descent, American Indian people, and then generally low income generating families or households are also very prone to developing or catching the infection. Another risk factor is age. People that are below the ages of 20 years are less prone to catching the cervical cancer as compared to people that are maybe in their late 20s or 30 years and above. And then also herpes. People that smoke tobacco and so many other harmful substances are twice as prone to catching this cervical cancer. And then guys, I would advise you, especially the ladies, please stop smoking harmful substances. The last risk factor is exposure to diethylstilbestro, which is also known as DES. People whose mothers were given this drug during pregnancy to manage hyperemesis gravidarum, which is intractable vomiting or nausea, are at a higher risk of developing a rare type of cancer of the cervix or vagina. This drug was given between the years 1940 and 1970. It is recommended that people who have been exposed to this drug go in for annual tests for early detection. We as females all over the world are encouraged to go in for cervix pap test or the 4-quadrant pap test to ensure early detection and treatment. Let's all try to live healthy lives by practicing healthy lifestyles so that we can live long. Remember, health is wealth.
Hi everyone, my name is Janet Yelimo and I'll be sharing with you the causes of cervical cancer. Cervical cancer is primarily caused by persistent infection with high-risk types of the human papillomavirus, HPV, a sexually transmitted infection. HPV is a group of viruses, and some of them are classified as high risk because they have been linked to an increased risk of developing cancer. The most common risk HPV types associated with cervical cancer include HPV-16 and then HPV-18. Now, with the transmission mode, the modes of transmission, HPV is spread through skin-to-skin contact, especially through sexual activity. It is, however, important to equally note that HPV can be transmitted even when an infected person does not show any signs or symptoms.
According to WHO, cervical cancer is the third most common cancer in women, with 604,000 cases in 2020. The highest rates of cervical cancer incidence and mortality are in sub-Saharan Africa, Central America, and Southeast Asia. Regional differences in the cervical cancer burden are due to inequalities in access to vaccination, screening, and treatment services. Risk factors include HIV prevalence, social and economical determinants such as sex, gender biases, and poverty. Countries around the world are working to accelerate the elimination of cervical cancer in the coming decades, with an agreed upon 3 targets to be met by the year 2030.
This marks the end of the very first episode. In our next episode, we'll present the signs and symptoms, the screening options, and the staging of cervical cancer. So please be expectant. Thank you so much for your time.